What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of Cub Reacts, as we get into another edition of Rollback Reactions. We did take a week off this series just so we don't run out of people to discuss, but I'm very excited to be getting back into it. You guys have been going absolutely crazy on at the polls, and this week it has been so close. I think it's 42% to 43% as to who is going to be the winner of this week's selection. If you're new to Rollback Reactions, every week I put a poll up on the channel and basically ask you guys to suggest a catalogue that we should dive into from an established Afrobeats artist, and the winner this week is, of course, the one and only King Promise. We're going to be diving into 3 tracks from him, exploring his older catalogue, which isn't actually on his own YouTube page, it's on another YouTube page, so we're going to be going back to around 2017, 2018, and I'm very excited to be jumping into these. So, my friends, as always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We're going to start off with a banger of a tune, from what I'm told. This one goes by the name Oh Yeah, and it comes to us all the way back from 2017, courtesy of Legacy Live Entertainment. So yeah, let's jump into it right about now. Let's go. Can hear the 2017 in this, and that's not a bad thing.
That thing you to do when it make me say, oh yeah, oh yeah. That thing you to do to make me crazy.
Again, the cool thing about this from the jump is that it has not aged badly at all. This is a tune that you could play in a dance today, it would still sound crisp. There's just a very kind of well put together feel about it, very kind of shiny production going on behind. All of the drums in this have been really nicely processed, and again, the vocals sound super clean. Promise just sounds like this is where he's born to be vocally. I believe we have reacted to this on a live stream before, but I'm still very excited to break it down in the context of, I suppose, catalogue diving, because it gives us more of an overall understanding of where King Promise has come from sonically, which I really like. So, yeah, very excited to see how this one progresses. Let's go.
That thing you to do to make me crazy. Oh yeah, come on, that thing you to do. Oh, him my Brahmin chain, me and my Brahmin chain. Come make I pull this thing on you. Oh, him my Brahmin chain.
Definitely difficult to sit still to, I'll give it that. Again, I think the thing with King Promise that's always been really impressive to me is the consistency. I've never heard a King Promise tune that's been a dud, or a King Promise vocal that's been a dud, like a vocal feature. He seems to, I don't know, always just hit the nail on the head, and he has such a consistency with his vocal texture. Again, with this one, it's a simple tune. It's not crazy vocally, but it's him hitting all the notes that need to happen, and I think in 2017, especially here in the UK, this was a sound that was absolutely popping, so this is bang on the money. The instrumental with those kind of shimmering synthesizer lines, very sharp and kind of claps and snare hits, very much of the time, but it would still bang in a dance today.
Girl, you're the one for me. I dare your side, day and night, anytime when you want me. Make I tell you some story, you, my girl, so now you're the one for me. I dare your side, day and night, anytime when you want me. Just the things you do, just the things you do, will blow my mind. Just wanna hold you tight.
There we go then, the sounds of King Promise on this one. Very interesting stuff indeed. As an overall tune, I think this is a really cool approach, and I think it's very much of the time. There's no getting away from that. By the way, if you are new to this series, we do only listen to around 1 minute 30 of each tune. The reason for that is just so the video doesn't get blocked and we can get numerous versions up. Sometimes it still doesn't work. The One Day Cole video we did was blocked, sadly. Hopefully the King Promise one will be okay. But yeah, very nice. Clearly very much of the time as well. I'd say this would hold up in a dance. Out of 5, I'd probably give this a 3.5, purely because it's not like the craziest arrangement-wise, but again, for what people were really clamoring after at the time, this is definitely in the right direction. So there we go. King Promise, track number 1 with Oh Yeah. Definitely would hold up in a dance today for sure. Coming up next then, we're going to get into a track from around 2017 again. This one, December of the same year. Again, courtesy of Legacy Live Entertainment. And I'm very excited to see this one. It's the official video for Selfish. Let's see how it sounds. Immediately loving these drums. You can hear a massive difference over the course of 6 months as well.
Ya dempe mo edin komo ya dream ya home. Ama ye hunsa dempo asa.
I love the minimalism of the drums across this intro because they are very minimal. It's literally just kind of a couple of pieces of percussion, a couple of big booming drums, and then a guitar line. That's what the intro to this tune is. Obviously, you've got the sort of skitted vocals from King Promise over the top, but rhythmically, and again, just overall texture and timbre-wise, you can see a big difference in what Promise was doing over the course of 6 months from the previous tune to this one. There's a big difference in sound design, a big difference in vocal style, and it's cool to see because King Promise still sounds exactly the same. He sounds like King Promise, and that's a real talent to be able to take your sound and transfer it across different sorts of areas of genres and it still sound like you. I love that.
Love being in your company. Here with you is where I'd rather be. Give you the best of me like it's supposed to be. Na, 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 na. And girl, I love it in your company. Here with you is where I'd rather be. Give you the best of me like it's supposed to be. I know they won't make you go, won't make you stay in bed watching your previous baby girl.
This kind of turn up here where we're going from, again, very stripped back with the drums, we now get a much more sort of, this is almost like a kind of band approach to recording, I feel, because you've now got these more acoustic sounding mainline drums that are coming into play. There's a lot more guitar work going on. Again, the video's sweet. The video is literally just like, the videos are very much of the era. It's about two people and the life they're currently going through, which does work for the tune and the layout of the tune, especially with the more acoustic style, quite emotive lyric-wise as well. For me, this is King Promise's bread and butter. This is what he could do every day of the week and absolutely and has done this every day of the week and has absolutely killed it in this sort of sound. So there we go.
Selfish with you, girl, I'm selfish with you. No, they won't make you go, won't make you stay in bed watching your pretty face, baby girl. I'll be selfish with you. Yeah. I know they
Promise a bowler.
Won't make you stay.
Doing the Sue. What a way to round it off. There we go. King Promise with Selfish. Again, a very nice video. Very sweet video. Videos like this always I always enjoy videos like this where it is just like genuinely like nice things happening. I don't know why. Maybe I'm a bit soft or something. But I don't know. I enjoy videos like this. They put a smile on my face. You know, seeing happy people puts a smile on my face. But yeah, very cool tune. Again, very much of the era. But you can see the transition of what's happening. King Promise very much setting pace in this sound from an early kind of perspective. And I think it's cool to see how well he's transitioned over the years and also in the course of 6 months in this track and the last one. This one I'll probably give a 4 just because it's slightly more experimental in its arrangement factor, and it's a really cool tune. So there we go. Moving forward, then we're getting into 2018. Sorry, this one coming from August the 3rd, again courtesy of Legacy Life Entertainment. So 3 singles in a row here. He's released other stuff either side of these, but they're collaborations. These are the ones where he's in charge, and they are solo tunes. So I decided to pick these ones. It goes by the name Abena. Let's get into it now. Very major in the melodies.
Let's go.
I don't even think you know.
Again, flexing those vocal muscles that we know he has pretty much on by the bucket load. You can hear a combination of delicacy and poise in his vocal on this one because he knows exactly what he's doing. This isn't his verse rodeo in this sound, as we've just heard. They do all have a similarity in their kind of structure, and I think that's because that this at the time this was very much a sound that, especially the UK, was absolutely lapping up. Any dance you went to, this would be the sound. You'd be hearing bare King Promise, bare kind of people like Notes as well, people like Rams, bare early NSG. That was just the sound of the time. And I think it's really cool to see how well King Promise has transitioned from then to now, but also how good his stuff then sounds now. Like, it doesn't sound outdated, it doesn't sound like it's stale. You can still hear it's of the time, but it will still work in a dance today, you know? It's great to see.
Say my life, you revolve around you. You like the sun, you light me up. Oh, girl. I said, wanna drum and come with that. Don't be see your dog, my feel no why. I don't call you to Tembra, and you sound baby, why?
Love that little vocal ad-lib as well that we're hearing more and more. I think as these tunes have gone on, it's been very much established in my head anyway, just how consistently solid King Promise is. There's no doubt in my mind that this guy is one of the most solid vocalists out there. The new album has been so heavily slept on, even by me. I reacted to a fair few bits off it, but even by me, I slept on the new album considerably. And I probably need to go back and do a proper deep dive, listen to it at some point. But there is no doubt in my mind that King Promise is one of the most consistent vocalists out there, and he knows his sound and style, and he can nail it every single time. This is another great example of that, because the instrumental itself is very simple. It's stripped back. It's literally guitars, percussion, and a bass line, and he basically glues everything together. That's Soho Square. Also, he always has very nice music videos. All of his, yeah, just to round it off then, I've clocked all of his music videos are around a very similar kind of topic. They all have this, again, early R&B sort of feel to them, where it's literally guy and a girl going on journey, he's sitting on his own, and the rest of the shots are him and the girl. Like, I like that, because there's a consistency in his direction, clearly a kind of emotional edge to the music he's making, and overall, I love this. I think it's a great example of what King Promise can do, and I think this is a great way to round off today's selections. This one, for me, another 4 rating. Perhaps this one wouldn't hold up as well as the previous two, because this one is a little bit more specifically I feel 2018 to 2019. This is very much that summarized, that sort of era summarized, especially here in the UK, and that's the only perspective I can really speak on. But overall, very much enjoyed going through these 3 selections. Big up King Promise, man. Again, a legend of the game. Go and check out his most recent album. It's quality, and he's had some fantastic features recently as well, so do make sure you are checking out everything he is doing. A legend of the game, and that's why we run this rollback reaction series, so we can put some appreciation on people's names, and I think I'm hoping we've done that today. So there we go, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, of course, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Thursday morning, afternoon, evening, and we'll see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Cub Cam TV. Stay locked.